Welcome to another Q&A. Right now I'm just showing you some cows over there. Figured why not? Look at that. They aren't mine, but just got a lot of them past week. See? Good. How do I work this? Alright, yeah, I guess it's now time to film a Q&A. So let me set this fucking shit up. Way down here and get myself comfy. If I sniff a lot, bit of a cold I've had for 2 weeks, so excuse me for that if there's a lot of sniffling going on. Alright, I guess we can go with a popular question, thoughts on Liver King. I don't really have much thoughts about him, to be honest. The reason why is I knew he was on gear from the start, but I will say he's a great businessman because I think he made like 100 million, something like that. 8 figures, something. He made a lot of money. So I would say he's a great businessman. People obviously bought his stuff. They bought into his whole persona and spent a lot of money on his products, and he lied about being natural, which I'm surprised people fucking believed. But yeah, I mean, good for him. He's made a lot of money. I mean, if I was him, I probably would have done the same shit too, but I'm DTREN and I'm honest about what I take. I'm honest about PEDs. I'm honest about my personal life. I'm honest about taking steroids. So I give you guys a realistic expectation, the truth to what people take. Someone like Liver King obviously is a businessman. You're not going to make more money being honest and telling people, hey, it's the steroids, it's the PEDs I'm using that gives me this look. But in reality, it's this. It's all this other bullshit that I'm selling you. So you should buy and spend money towards to make me money, make me rich. And I have this character that you like and it motivates you. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really care. He got his bag. He got his money. Good for him. But personally, I prefer to be honest. I don't have enough energy to keep that up, to lie like that. It would be draining to me. I love it when I'm in the gym and a natural comes up to me and they ask me if I'm on steroids, expecting me to lie. Like I could already see it. I'm looking at them. They're a bit shady about it. They're like, he's gonna lie. Like they're asking me, and I'm like, no, I take steroids. And they're like standing there. They don't know what the fuck to say now because they expected me to lie and give like a bullshit response. Like they put you on the spot. They're like, oh, okay. And then people know, everyone knows I'm on gear. They watch my videos. It's people come up to me at the gym. It's not awkward at all. People ask me whatever they want. I give them an answer. So, I don't know. I believe the transparency, people really respect it. Of course, not everyone's going to love it. But it is what it is. I'd rather be transparent. Are you ever going to compete? I do plan on competing 2023. I'll be getting gyno surgery in the next month. So this next month or so, I'm going to be pumping as much content. Can't talk. Pumping as much content as I can possible, and I'm going to add as much size as I can in 4 weeks. Lift as hard, get it out of my system, because the surgery is going to take me out for probably a month, no training. And I do have a little bit of gyno. It's not noticeable, but I feel it. And when I take compounds like TREN or high test, it aggravates it. So before I compete and actually get serious, I want to get that out. Can you do more diet videos, please? Probably my least favorite videos to make are diet videos because I eat whatever I want. I eat like a normal person. Like for breakfast, I made egg, bagel sandwich with salsa, and then I had some grits with peanut butter and milk. I would say though my diet is a little bit cleaner than what it used to be from what most of you guys know me as. Yeah, I just eat kind of whatever. I just eat normally. I finally had an appetite. Like this past week, I've had more of an appetite than I've had in a year. So I've been eating like a lot of chicken, pasta, eggs, bagels, cream sodas, just whatever I can get my hands on. Yogurt, protein, doesn't matter. I like eating like a normal person. A lot of Mexican food. I had some ramen yesterday. Really good. Miso ramen. Did cycling train and grow your arms? Without a doubt. Yeah, just steroids in general and working out in general is going to grow your arms. But Tren was like the steroid that added a lot of size to me everywhere. Good size. Kind of just like, wow, this guy's on fucking steroids really fast. So Tren added a lot of size to me. Tren isn't something that I take and it cuts me up very fast. I mean, it can make me look leaner, more 3D, definitely more veiny, more square-like. But it's something that, for me, it's put on a lot of mass. Something that cuts me up really hard is more so like Primo. That's cut me up a lot more. But I love Tren. Great for building mass. Best age to hop on a cycle. There is no best age. The best time to hop on a cycle is when you're 150% ready. You've done your research. You know the risks that go with taking steroids, and this is what you want to do. And you have the money and the knowledge to do so. If you have to ask what to run or what should I do, you're probably not ready and you need to do more research. So there is no good age. I started at 19. But to give you an honest answer, most people probably won't like it. If I had the knowledge and money I had now, I would have started even younger. But that's not realistic. What's a good starting dose to run Primo with tests? I would say start off with 300 to 400 milligrams Primo. It's expensive. It's an expensive compound, but a little goes a long ways with Primo. It's not like Tren. It's not going to give you crazy instant size or gains. But think of it, it's going to sharpen your physique up. So always run your tests at least 1-to-1 or higher with Primobolan. And you shouldn't need much AI, Aromasin, or Arimidex at all. It should be reduced a lot. And so start out 300, 400 milligrams. And if you want to bump it, you could always bump it up like another milliliter. But just make sure your testosterone is higher. I made that mistake when I first ran it. I ran it at a gram and I had 250 tests and my estrogen was shot. I had no sex drive. I fell off even though I looked really good. So keep that test higher. Best arm workouts have biceps like Arnold and DTREN. You guys watched my last video. I essentially like doing a lot of easy bar curls, like a wide grip easy bar or unilateral dumbbell curl with each arm. I love doing those. Heavy, going about heavy, like 8 to 15 reps. Preacher curls, either the machine or the close grip bar. Those are my favorite. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Sometimes concentration curls work too, especially on a bench. You're on an incline, curling on an incline, that works. But really, you just gotta hammer them. You gotta get those fuckers to grow. You gotta train them like a motherfucker. So every time I train my biceps, I'm training them 12 to 15 sets, at least twice a week. So either after a back day or on an arm day. So make sure those motherfuckers grow. You gotta mix it up. You gotta do a mixture of lightweight, higher reps, and throw some heavyweight shit in there. Like a lot of people watching me in my curls and my videos and they're like, damn, like why is he moving or using momentum, or why is he only doing 12 reps with 90 pounds? So you make it harder. You got to make it harder. Like I could curl 135, but you want to make it harder on yourself. You want to really just exhaust the biceps. So that's what's helped me over time, is a mixture of heavy curling and higher reps, a lot of pump training as well. Where do you get your sense of humor from? You're one of the funnier people on social media. To be honest, my sense of humor is just myself. Like naturally, I'm a bit of a troll, even in real life. So my sense of humor is just me when I'm in a good mood. Like that's just how I act. I like the TikTok stuff. Like when I'm trolling people, that's just me trolling on TikTok. Like when I make stupid, silly videos, that's me just fucking with people. Some people love it. Some people get really pissed off by it. I've always been really good at pissing people off. Either I make people laugh and they love me, or I really piss them off and they start throwing the threats out there and they start getting angry. So And some people don't even know I'm being serious or I'm not being serious. You can tell when I'm being serious in a video, giving genuine advice versus when I'm just fucking off. And some people cannot tell the difference. But yeah, that's just how I am. That's just how I am. I don't like to take life too seriously. How to grow a beard like that. So this is about a month and a half of beard growth. I literally got a haircut 2 weeks ago and it's already grown out. So this is genetics. I've had a beard since I was 14, 15. So I was always able to grow a beard. It's just being on steroids accelerated that beard growth after a while when I got on at 19 and it made my hair grow even faster and more fuller. So I've always had a beard. Will taking steroids help you get a beard? Yeah, it can. It definitely can, but don't expect your first cycle to just go from a baby face to someone with a fucking massive beard. Usually you have to already have been growing a beard to get something full as this. What advice would you have for an 18-year-old who wants to start bodybuilding? I would just say give it your all. Get used to training, however long you like to train. Be consistent, get your diet down, and fall in love with the process. Like fall in love with going to the gym every day and seeing results. I know that if you want to take it seriously, like competing, you're going to have to use PEDs. That's the reality of it all. And be realistic with yourself, be realistic. But also just have fun and enjoy the process. Make it fun. Don't be too hard on yourself. 500 tests, enanthate, 500 tren enanthate for 40 dianabol. Yes. I would rather run Anadrol, like 50 to 100 milligrams of Anadrol with that. Test and tren enanthate, like those two are like my bread and butter. That's like my favorite stack. Tren enanthate is my favorite type of tren to run. So you replace the D-ball with Anadrol because the Dianabol is going to raise your estrogen and testosterone's already doing that. So when you get more increase in estrogen, you're going to get more increase in progesterone and prolactin from tren, which that raises. So Anadrol doesn't really do that as much as Dianabol. And Anadrol gives you not as much of a bloated look as Dianabol. It will bloat you up a little bit, make you really full, really big and veiny. But I find that there's more synergy with tren and Anadrol. But some people, if they don't get those prolactin, progesterone sides or high estrogen sides, then Dianabol will work. You just have to try it. But I would say most people would respond to Anadrol regarding tren. Recommended second cycle, I would say just a higher dosage of testosterone. So if you've done the 500 milligrams beginner cycle, I would say try something like 750 test and maybe an oral like Anadrol, Turinabol, or Anavar. Or if you want to include an injectable, you could try Deca, or you could try an Equipoise or Primo if you can afford it. Primo would be a really good choice. Usually guys will just raise their test and throw an oral like Anadrol, Dianabol, Anavar, or Turinabol. I definitely wouldn't recommend running tren your second cycle. It's probably not a smart idea. Some people do it. Some people ran tren their first cycle. Works. It's not smart though. Thoughts on Equipoise, bolting down. Equipoise is probably one of my least favorite steroids in the sense it's just very mid. It's very mild. It's weaker than testosterone. And one reason why I don't like it, it tends to kill my sex drive. Not everyone gets this side effect, but some people will. It does make you more veiny. It does make you a bit more full and does give your delts more of a 3D, like popped look, like your delts and your traps compared to other compounds I've noticed. And it does make me very energetic, but I'm not a huge fan of it in the sense it's just not a very strong compound. You're not going to get very strong on it. You're not going to notice anything crazy from it. It's not going to really cut you up. It's not going to make you super big and freaky like tren. It's just more of an accessory compound. Guys will throw it in there with their tren or their Deca, on the side. Or guys will be in the off season and they'll just run tests in Equipoise. And for like a more mild stack. So I'm just not a huge fan of it because of the sex drive. It's good for your hair. It's not going to take your hair out or anything like that. You're not going to get gyno from it. But if it didn't affect my sex drive, I would like it a lot more. Have you tried Adderall? Yeah, I was actually prescribed Adderall about 10 to 11 months ago when I started re-uploading on YouTube again. When I first went to LA and I got back, I took a break, and then I started getting back into making more videos and cutting. That's when I was on it, but I got prescribed it. I was like 10, 20 milligrams a day, instant release. I ran that for like 6 months when I was on Tren Primo. I was on Adderall, and it did help. It helped my productivity. I was very productive. Like, I was dropping more YouTube videos, and I was on social media a lot more. And I wasn't eating, so it was good for cutting. But yeah, it helped with my productivity. It helped with some of my like laziness I get and cloudiness. Like, some days I just don't feel like doing shit. And yeah, it kind of helped with that because I do have ADHD. But after a while, I got tired of taking it. Like, I didn't want to take a drug, and I was tired of how it was making me feel. I kind of just burned out at the end of the day. I didn't want to be reliant on Adderall. Like, I like eating food. It did mess with my sex drive too a bit. I wasn't really into that. So I didn't want to like be mixing Adderall with like pre-workout steroids. So I just eventually dropped it like 4 or 5 months ago. I don't want to say that's the reason why my like content, like my productivity has slipped, but it could be a reason. I'm not going to blame it on that. But what I noticed when I stopped taking it, I just didn't care about filming YouTube or making TikToks as much. But I'm doing my best to get back into filming as much as possible. Like, I want to film more. I want to produce more content. But Adderall was something that definitely helped me with that. But I don't see myself going back onto it unless I was like doing a show prep and I really wanted to get lean fast. That really helped regarding that. Is 1 gram tren enough good for a first cycle? Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty mild. You might as well try 2. What are your lifetime goals in fitness? Right now, I don't really have any lifetime goals. I just want to continue getting bigger, better, and improving my physique, and eventually getting my pro card. I do want to get a pro card somewhere around 2023, 2024. I'm not in a rush, but I would love to get that. And I love to take bodybuilding a bit more seriously regarding competing and my diet and, you know, just improving my physique even more than what it's at. You know, I'm happy with where I'm at, but I want more. I want to be better, and I know there's a lot more for me to gain and grow. So, where's the best info to inform yourself on steroids? I would just say the internet. Look on forums. Reddit's not bad. But just look on forums. Like, type in whatever question you have on Google and type like forum right after that. And typically you can learn from other people's experiences. But take other people's experiences with a grain of salt, because their experience doesn't mean that that's how you're going to feel. But there is a lot of good information, and some people can give you some good advice. Or just ask me. Usually I'm pretty good at responding to people. Do you train core? I really do not. I probably should, though. I've always been someone just brace a lot when I lift, but I definitely would want to train core more. You're planning on moving to LA fully? Yeah, I do plan on it, just not right now. I do have an apartment in LA right now, and I haven't been down there a whole lot, but I'm going to be down there soon. Probably around Monday, Sunday or Monday, so next few days. I do want to go out there and make more content, and in the long term, yes, I do want to live out there, but right now, I'm kind of slowly easing my way into it. If I take test and D-ball together, what else should I take with it? You're going to need aromasin, a good AI. God, fuck. You're going to need aromasin, or Arimidex, or you probably won't need letrozole, but you should have aromasin on hand and Nolvadex just in case you get any high estrogen symptoms or gyno symptoms. Is the D for Dawson or for Daddy? It's for my name, Dawson. Do you take anything for fertility sake while using PEDs? No, I don't, because I'd rather have lower fertility if I'm going to be, you know, having sex, pies or something, you know. I'd rather have lower fertility because, well, less chance having a fucking kid, you know. Don't have to worry about that one. But doesn't mean taking steroids is going to completely cure their fertility. There's guys that have gotten girls pregnant on Tren and fucking Deca, and D-ball, and all this other shit, and gram and test. But it affects every man differently. Some men will have less, some men will have a bit more. But you could always restart your fertility. HCG, AMG, you take those while on cycle, they will increase your fertility while you're on steroids. You can get a girl pregnant on steroids. For some reason, that's not, people don't think that's happened. You make videos to motivate us, but what motivates you to keep grinding the gym? You know, I have nothing. I can't see myself doing anything else. Like, I love this shit. I genuinely love bodybuilding. I genuinely love being in the gym and training. I do not love being an influencer. I do not love social media a whole lot. I love being in the gym and training and making gains and motivating other people by doing what I do as well. Like, I like offering advice. I like helping people. That's why I make gear videos. I like being there for other people to give them advice or help them out, or even just offer my personal experience. I like sharing my experiences and being open with you guys. What motivates me is, you know, I told myself when I was 18, 19 that this is going to be my life. This is my destiny. And I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to accomplish any goal I set out to achieve. People are going to know my name. I'm going to be a bodybuilder. I'm going to look like my heroes, and I'll do whatever it takes until I get there, and nothing will stop me. So if I want a pro card, I'm going to get a pro card. If I want to be 250 pounds lean, I'm going to be 250 pounds lean. If I want 20-inch arms, I'm going to get fucking 20-inch arms. Okay? I'm going to do all of that. If I want to be a social media influencer, I'm going to fucking do that. All right? Like, I'm just a go-getter. And I wouldn't do anything else. I won't allow it. I won't allow myself to be normal, to be average. So I guess what motivates me is my internal drive and passion for what I love, and that's bettering myself and bodybuilding. So, favorite artist? Klaus Wien. I don't have one right now, but I like Klaus Wien a lot, as you guys know. Check my playlist, The Real DTREN 800 on Spotify. Just type in DTREN on Spotify. It should be the first one. It's the most popular one. What's your current masking mesocycle? So right now I'm just on testosterone only and growth hormone, 500 milligrams. 6 I use a growth hormone. I did include a little bit of DECA, like 200 milligrams for joint support. So it's technically not a cruise. It's not. I'm not cruising. But I wanted to push it a little bit harder this next 4 or 5 weeks as much as I can until my surgery. So right now it's just essentially testosterone, a little bit of DECA, and growth hormone. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. And then once I get my surgery, I'll probably blast a test and tren and anthate cycle. Maybe I'll add a little touch of Primobolan. Best creatine brand. There is no best creatine brand. It's all the same. But if you want to support me or you want creatine, I got you. Huge supplements, code DTREN. They have creatine, they have vitamins, they have liver support, they have joint support, they have pre-workout, they have a stronger pre-workout, enraged. They have insulin sensitivity agents if you're on growth hormone. So check out Huge Supplements if you want creatine, if you want anything else. But if you just want creatine, the cheapest one is the best to buy. So it's all the same. Is NPP good for mass? Yes, it is. Do you think you will start training legs? I always train legs. They're actually one of my strongest body parts, my legs, not my strongest body part when I actually train them a lot. But I've been slacking in training them. I was dealing with a knee injury for a year, so I wasn't allowed to really train them as hard because I have some atrophy in my right quad still. So yeah, but this past month or two, I've actually been training them, and I want to train them a lot harder. So I have a lot more work to go in regards to my legs. How much can you squat? I haven't squatted in a while, but I did 405 for 7 when I was natural at 18 years old, 200 pounds. That's the last time I lifted for strength regarding the squat. Been lifting for a month now and thinking of going on tren and HGH. Any tips? Probably shouldn't. Probably give it a lot longer than a month, maybe a few years. But hey, I can't stop you. Good cycle to cut, that's going to be just your cardio and your diet. But typically a moderate amount of test, an oral like Winstrol or Anavar, cardio, tren, Tren is also one of the best ones. Or Primo. You want to cut, you can throw some Primo in there too. But yeah, it's mainly through your diet and cardio and running a lower to a moderate amount of tests so you don't hold a lot of water retention. Compounds that work well together, they're all pretty much synergistic. So if you want to run anything with testosterone, synergistic. So they all work well with each other. Recent maxes, I don't really have any. I am pretty strong right now, I would say. I get stronger like every year. But I don't really count my maxes. I would say my last test DHB cycle I was the strongest I've ever been, but it was mainly doing like bench press, like 110s on incline for like 12 or 135 barbell curl for 12. Just maxing out the machines. I didn't really do a lot of like compound movements. Do you have any psychological changes while in Tren? Oh yeah. That is the one that's going to give you the most out of any of them. Like more assertive, more aggressive, sometimes more social, more talkative, sometimes more asocial, less talkative, higher sex drive, sometimes lethargic, sometimes very manic, sometimes very angry, anxious, sometimes very jealous. Yeah, you get in the gym and you just want to throw weights around and you feel really fucking good, but sometimes out of the gym you don't feel the best. Kind of feel like a maniac, or you feel like you're losing your fucking mind a bit. And it's usually harder to keep or have a relationship while on Tren because you can get jealous or insecure or have rage issues or be more irritable. I noticed I was a lot more irritable and I had less patience for bullshit. But I was also like, I don't give a fuck, you know. You have a really I don't give a fuck mentality on Tren, and your ego could definitely be up here. And so you'll start saying things that normally you wouldn't really say. Like shit just comes out, and you just don't give a fuck. And not everyone's happy about that. Not everyone likes that. So when I'm on Tren, it feels really good. It feels euphoric to me. I love it. I don't get night sweats. I don't get Trensomnia, but I'm a bit more amped up, a bit more like locked in, like focused, like intense. Even when I'm talking to people, they'll be like, damn, this guy's kind of intense. So you could tell when I'm on Tren. You could just tell. Have you ever had any major health scares or complications to starting gear? No. Blood work, got that done. It wasn't the best recently, but it wasn't terrible. So blood pressure is really good. Liver values aren't bad at all. So now I've never had any major health complications. Any chance you go back to Young LA? I don't think so. I'm pretty content with RAWGEAR. Go DTREN, run it up if you want to support me. I'm pretty content with RAWGEAR. I like where I'm at. I had a lot of great memories though with Young LA. I was grateful to be a part of the brand and have the clothes that I did and make the sales that I did and have the opportunity to be a part of something like that. You know, and Sush did hook me up with the Young LA sponsor, so shout out Sush, even though we don't really talk anymore, we're not on the best of terms. He did help me with that, and I'll always have respect for him regarding that. So I had a lot of good memories, though. It'll always be something in my heart that I remember, like good memories being with Young LA, and it was like the start of my career on social media, of me blowing up. So Young LA was a part of that, and I'm more than grateful. I would say, you know, if you want to go with a company, Young LA, if you're starting out as an influencer, if you can get that, then, you know, they're a big brand. They make a lot of money. So I'm more than grateful to have been with them. I know I've said some things in the past, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm just grateful to be here. I'm just grateful. Maybe in the past I wasn't so much grateful, you know, but I am. So I don't think so. I like where I'm at with RAWGEAR. Favorite part of your career so far? Just interacting with you guys. I really enjoy that. Interacting with you guys and the love and support you guys have showed me. That's probably been my favorite part. And showing you guys more of myself, more of my true self that you might not get to see, which is why I do want to upload more YouTube, because I would love to show you guys more of who I really am and my journey and doing what I love. So I would say just interacting with you guys is my favorite part. Because without you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I'd just be doing the same shit I've always done. So that's my favorite part. That's what I enjoy the most. All right, that was a very long Q&A. It's 45 minutes, 40 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, thank you guys for sending me questions. I always enjoy answering them. All right, guys, until next time.